Alright guys, real quick video because I got a question from one of my clients just the other day and made me think of this and really got me fired up too. She's got a 15-year-old son, somewhere around about that age. He's experiencing a lot of knee pain. So she took him to her primary care doctor, and then he sent him to a specialist who then sent him to another specialist, and then when they had finally billed her for all the insurance that they could and everything they could charge her for, their instructions to him for her, or to her for him, was to basically ice his knees, which I agree with, and rest them and just wait to outgrow it, which made me furious. So when I talked to her for a little bit and asked her a few questions, no one had addressed anything other than his knee, right? Just his knee. They didn't look at his feet, they didn't look at his back or his hips or anything to see what could be causing it, just his knee. As soon as I asked, did anyone look at his feet? She said, no. I said, does he have flat feet? Are his feet turning in or turning out? She said, yeah. As he's gotten older, his feet he's walking funny, he has no arches. So, my point of all that is, where your pain is may not be the problem, and the way to fix it is certainly to not just be lazy and try to wait it out. So, you can't be in the video, Perito. Move. So, take a look at my foot right here, right? I have really flat feet, okay? Especially after my injury, they got even flatter than before because I lost the muscle tone there. So, right now, I can turn them and get a bit of an arch and make them point forward, okay? And you can see I have a bit of an arch here. I have a really thick sole from all the years of being flat-footed. So, but I do have a bit of an arch if I turn my foot and I make my foot work right and put them in. And yes, I know I got ugly hobbit feet. But if I don't consciously control this and exercise my feet and make them work like this, I will walk like this. Look what that does to my foot. It completely collapses, okay? Look what it does to my knee. If I hold an arch with my foot and I keep it straight ahead, okay? I screw it into the ground, I supinate my foot. My knee is lined up with the middle of my toes. Everything's nice and aligned. I got an arch in my foot. As soon as I let my arch collapse, see my knee? And I'm not exaggerating that. I'm just collapsing my foot. Your knee only works in one dimension. It only does this. It's the only thing it can do. Easiest way to break a knee is to go this way or twist it. So if you have a flat foot, every time you're taking a step, you're putting a lateral and a torsional load on your knee and tearing apart all the tendons and ligaments in there. And then if you add to that, if you walk hard, and instead of it just being your body weight landing on the ground and rolling through, it's 2 to 4 times your body weight slamming the ground, slamming your heel, going up through your knee, up through your low back. And then add to that if you're overweight. So take how much you're overweight, times that by 4, and that's what your knee is dealing with, or your ankle or your low back, right? So look what it does to my hips. If I'm standing with my feet screwed into the floor where they should be, and my posture right, okay? Now, if I turn these out, my hips, my pelvis has to anteriorly translate so that my hips can still move, because my foot can no longer pivot as I walk, so my foot has to turn out so it can roll over it. All right, so if you got really, really flat feet, you'll get calluses and you'll break your big toe nail because you're rolling over your foot as you walk and you're putting tremendous torsional load on your knees. So my point of all this rant is, if you're having knee pain, ankle pain, low back pain, it may not just be coming from that one area. It could be from a multiple source of things. You need to treat your body as an entire system and not as individual units. And of course, the closer you can get your body weight to where it's nominal for you, not what the scale says or not what the poster on your doctor's wall says, but where you're healthy and where your body functions correctly, and you can take a nice light step as you walk, you're going to reduce that load on your whole entire system. And instead of each step doing damage and tearing yourself apart, if you can teach yourself and do corrective exercises to make yourself walk correctly, each step can become therapy instead of damage.